this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and this is Technique Tuesday. So today I am sharing a fun fold, which is a tunnel card. So this is a Valentine's card, of course, or it could be just for an anniversary or something like that. But then you open it up and it is like a tunnel card. Is that not cute? It says Happy Valentine's Day on the inside, but you can put whatever sentiment you like on the inside. So this is what I'm sharing today. I love this embossing folder. It's one of our new ones from the New Occasions catalog. There's so many goodies in there. There's so much. You can browse the catalogs on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. This is celebration time. So for every $50 that you spend, you get to choose a free item out of the celebration brochure. It's really a fun time of year, and who doesn't love freebies, right? All right, so this is what I'm sharing, so let's get going on it. I did cut some of the items because it does take a little bit longer. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock. This is Flirty Flamingo, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. Then you need a piece of Designer Series paper. This is the All My Love Designer Series paper. You've seen me use this on the last few projects I think I did. Valentine projects, I use this. I love it. I'm going to have to order more because I love it so much. So this is also 8.5 by 5.5. For the front of the card, you're going to need a piece that's 4 by 5.25. And then for the sentiment, you're going to need a piece that's 4 by 1.25. Now I went ahead and I cut out these little edges and the heart. This is all for the inside, these three. And then this one is for the front of the card. And I am using the framelits that I've been using for all my projects, the Be Mine Stitched Hearts. So I use this one for this, and then keep the insides that you get, like this one was the inside. Keep them because you can use this on another project for sure. And then I also used this little border here, and when you cut this, it cuts just an edge, but it does leave a little mark where this is right here, this little edge here, and I just cut along that little edge for the little borders we're going to put on this side. And then we are going to do the rest of the cutting and stuff right now, but I wanted to get the biggest part of it done, so because it might be a little bit longer video because of the tutorial. So this is the Meant to Be, and this is a bundle, so if you get it you save 10%. And then I'm using just these hearts right here on this Forever Lovely. Alright, so let's get going on this. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to score this top piece right here, which is our Designer Series paper. And I have a new setup here. I have a new desk, so I am still trying to get used to it. But everything is put away and everything is nice and neat, which I love. Alright, so we're going to score this one, and we're going to score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And then I'm going to turn it around and score it at 2 1/8 again. The only reason I'm doing it this way is because right here on the edge is you need to score it at 6 3/8, and that's the right edge, and I just want to make sure it's really accurate. So you can do it 2 1/8 on both sides, and then 4 1/4 in the middle. Alright, so that is it for our scoring right now. And then I'm going to bring the big shot up here, and I'm going to show you how I cut the center heart, because we are going to have to do a little hand cutting for this. Oops, ooh, I almost lost my little framelit there. I have to be careful with these. All right, so I'm going to do it on this side because I can see the score marks better here, and you want that middle score mark right there to show. So to cut out this one, we're going to use the second heart here, but this heart does not cut out, it just stitches. So I'm going to show you here what we're going to do. We're going to center this right in the middle, line that point up with your center mark, and then I line this point with the other score mark right there, just so that I know that it's in the middle. And you want to just eyeball it the best that you can. You want it pretty close to that center. And we're going to run this through, and I'm going to run it through a couple times so that those stitch marks show up really well. Okay, we're going to just take this out for now, and we'll have to bring the big shot up again to do our other. So you can see the stitch marks pretty well right there. So what I'm going to do, because I wanted to make the little border, put that little border around it, you have to have a smaller heart. So that I could put this on here, I needed a smaller heart. So that's the only way I could figure to get this heart smaller. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start cutting it out. Because it is that stitching, it's pretty easy to cut out. Okay, so now we have it all cut out, and it's perfect size for my little frame. So it's really super easy because of that stitching. You just need a good pair of little scissors to get that cut out. So we are going to fold this in the center, and then these other ones fold out. You don't really need the bone folder even for this, because this is designer series paper. So this is our front of our tunnel card. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to stamp our sentiment, but we want to line these up. And how I did this, because I wanted it to line up right in the middle, I just using some positional tape, and I'm just putting a piece here and here, and I'm going to make sure these are all lined up, my edges. You don't even have to do this. I just found it was a lot more accurate. I want to make sure all the edges are lined up. Alright, so we have it, and it's pretty stable right there now. So I can go ahead and stamp in here. I'm going to use Memento Black, and I'm using the Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure that's inked up really good, and then I am going to stamp right in the center there, just like that. And then I'm going to use some of my lovely lipstick. And those are the hearts from the Forever Lovely. And I'm actually going to stamp off, because I want it light, because I'm going to stamp right over the top of that, just so that the hearts show, just to give it a little bit more interest. Alright, so we are done with that part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub off that tape, and then we are ready to move on. Alright, so now we're ready to score this piece. You don't want to score it ahead of time. Make sure you stamp, because you'll have that little indentation where you score, and you won't get it. It won't look right. That's why I didn't score it at first. So this one we're going to score at 4 1/4. So we're scoring it right in half. And that's how it's going to fold, like our card. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add our piece right here. So you're going to use, I'm using tear and tape, and you only want to run it on both sides. Don't put any adhesive here because then your card won't open properly. So I'm just going to put a strip down here and one down the other side. You want it pretty close to the edge. And then we're going to remove the backing. I only do one side at a time. I'll remove the backing one side at a time. It makes it just a little bit easier. Make sure you have everything straight. So we're going to add this one. And then I'll remove the backing here. And then we're going to add this piece right here. Alright, so look at that. Now we have our tunnel card. I usually just fold it like that so everything is all sharp and crisp. So that is it. So let's go ahead and decorate it. I'm going to use my Tombow for, I finally got it in. I'm super excited. I'm going to use it for this little heart. And I'm just dabbing it all the way around, little dots. And this will dry clear, so if you get a little bit too much on it, don't worry. It dries clear, just nice and... Alright, we are going to put this on the center here. And it is going to have a little space, but that's okay. It's going to have a little bit showing. It actually looks really cute. And I'm going to turn it this way so I can get it all sealed down. It's one thing about the Tombow, it takes a few minutes to dry. So let's go ahead and do our side pieces, the little stitched edge. And we're going to put one on this side. It's going to be a little bit long, so we're going to just cut the excess off. And then we're going to do the other side. It's so cute, this little border. I love it. And then this side. And just line it right up to the edge. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And then we have that all ready to go. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to do the little heart that goes on the inside, and I am just using, again, the framelit. And I think that we're going to just go ahead and do all our big shot work. Now you want to fold that again because that little heart needs to fold now. So there we go. Let's set that aside, and I'm going to stamp my little heart. And where did it go? Oh, I put it away. So I'm going to stamp this little heart. This is going to be for the front, and I'm doing this one in Flirty Flamingo. We're going to just try to cut these all out at the same time. Oops, I need to move that up. I forgot about the little edging. Okay, so we're going to do that one. Okay, and then I need some lovely lipstick for the heart. And then we're going to cut the little flower also out. So let's bring the big shot up again. And then we need to emboss our front piece also. Alright, so let's go ahead. I think we could do these both. So I'm using this smaller heart right here. And that's going to be for that. And then we need a whisper white flower. And then we need the little one that I almost lost. We need that one for this. And I think I need a piece of Post-it note to keep that on because it wants to move. Alright, let's run them all through. I love this little heart. It's just adorable. Look at that with the little stitching around it. Is that not just so cute? And this flower is so pretty as well. I love this one. I need to get my, here's the little heart. And this is where the other part comes from, in case you were wondering where that little ruffle comes from. But look at that. Isn't that adorable? And I will use this again on something else. Alright, then we're going to have to emboss. I am using this new embossing folder, and it's a dynamic one, so you only need one plate. It's the Lace Dynamic Texture Embossing folder. It is so pretty. So we don't use the magnetic, we'll use our regular platform. And then I need the piece that we are going to emboss. And there's actually a little line on these that you could line it up to make sure you have it lined up evenly. And then we're going to run this through with one plate only on top. And this is harder to run through because of the thickness of it. Sometimes I have a really hard time getting it through. Plus, I don't have any strength since I'm just getting over the flu. Oh, and I see my handles coming loose. No wonder. I need to tighten that up. I wondered why it was extremely difficult. Normally, it's not that difficult. Alright, so now we have our embossed. Look at how beautiful this is. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can use either side. They're both really pretty, but this is the side that we're going to use. Alright, I think we have all the big shot work done now. Okay, so let's get this little heart in this little flower done here. And we're just gonna, this makes it so much easier. It comes out like a charm. Alright. It's got a lot of detail in this little flower. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So pretty. And I got everything but one little piece. Alright. We're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to adhere this little piece to the heart. Again, I'm just using my Tombow here. And we're going to just set that on top of here. And again, I always forget you have to hold it down just for a minute. And then I'm just going to put some snail on one side. this, and then we're going to put it, and make sure when you do this it's over far enough, because you don't want it hanging out past your card. So that's the inside done and ready to go. So now let's get this other part done. Alright, I am going to use Fast Fuse on this part. I would use my Tombow or another strong adhesive. I know a lot of you don't have Fast Fuse. It's not around anymore, but it's a really heavy duty, and it will hold this embossed piece really well. Alright, so we're going to put that on the front. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this piece. And then for the front, we're going to add our, and this is from the inside here. So this, we're using that, and we are going to add that to the front of our card. And we're just adding it like there, almost to the in the center and straight. And then we're going to do this one. Again, just go all the way around the edge. I love the way Tombow works, but I hate that it gets all over my fingers. And then we're going to use this one. And we're going to kind of tilt this one a little bit, like that. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment on our little arrow, and I forgot I needed to do this first so that I can slide it underneath this right here. So I'm going to lift that because I need it to go underneath. And this is going to be with the Memento Black. Just for you. Oh, I missed that. Oh no, I'm going to need to cut another little piece. Okay, so here we got the other piece. We're ready to do this again. I'm definitely going to use this card, so I want it to be just right. Alright, so we need to put that here, the Just For You. And then I'm going to just use my scissors, and I am going to just mark like the center point right there, just about. And then I'm just going to cut from one side to the other, just to make it kind of look like an arrow. And then I'm going to just grab some snail here, and we're going to stick that underneath, kind of going through like the arrow. And then we need to add our little heart, and I think I am going to use a little dimensional for this heart. And we are going to pop it up right there. Oh no! Next to that. But I don't want to cover the just for you. There we go. Alright, so that is it, everyone. So here is the inside again. Isn't that cute? I love these cards. I love the tunnel fold. It's a really fun technique and card fold to try. So if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop from my blog. This is Celebration, like I said earlier. Here is my hostess code for January. If you want to get into the drawing for hostess rewards at the end of the month, use this hostess code. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.